Alright, then just arrived at customer's house. Nice actual icon hatch like that, makes this job a lot easier, I tell you. Just going to get the dust sheets down, which we do on every job, just to save a bit of mess, and we always leave the house as we've found it. Get the dust sheets down and get up into the loft. I'll give you a little update when we're up there. Let's put flash on and have a look in this loft. No lighting in the loft, so I'll get the lamps up here. There we go. Oh. So this insulation up here, although not a bad material, is 50 years old. So it's not really going to be doing much for the customer at the moment. And it's not being laid properly. Yeah. All the rolls going in the same direction, all the way down. And look, you got exposed timber here as well. So what you're going to be, you got a bit of fibreglass right underneath as well. But what you're going to be getting there is what we call thermal bridging, where the material ain't being laid properly, and you've got all these bits of exposed timber. All your cold air is going to travel, hit that timber, and go straight down to your ceiling. Insulation's doing nothing, but it's about 50 years old anyway, this insulation, so the likelihood is that it's not really saving much in terms of the heat loss. It's probably not stopping that much, so we're going to get all of this up and we're going to lay 300mm of nice new mineral wool for her. This is a 60 square metre loft. We're going to take all this up, 300mm of mineral wool and some boarding as well, just leading up to the boiler there so that nobody's falling over and falling through the ceiling. All in all, £2.5 grand. Bargain. We're up here now. Got a light to set up. Let's see a little bit further across. Nice loft. Nice easy loft today. Oh, look at the size of that hive. That's an old wasp hive, is that? That's a big one as well. You don't usually see them that big. Usually they're about that big. I don't know if you can see that one there. A little tennis ball size. I think it's safe to say that that one's a little bit bigger there. So it is, what time is it? It is 10:30 and this is 10:30 and we've nearly taken out half the old insulation. This is all the waste that it generates. So I thought I'd just take a quick break while I'm up here in Loft, just to explain to you guys what's gone on with this job. So the lady that's employed us to do this work was contacted by a cold call centre who sent round a surveyor. It's never a surveyor. A loft insulation company is never going to send out a surveyor. If anybody's told you they're a surveyor, they're lying. Surveyors are independent of sales, and if they're coming round and pricing you up based on a survey that they've done, they're not a surveyor, they're a sales rep. So this woman's had this surveyor, sales rep, come round to her house, Look in a loft, tell her that the insulation needs to be replaced with Superfoil, which it doesn't. This is one of the more recent scams, to be honest, scams that are going on, because Superfoil can be sold for quite a bit. It's quite an expensive type of material, but it shouldn't really be used. It can be used, but it's not necessary for a loft that's not going to be used as a sort of livable space or an office space or something like that. Storage isn't enough to constitute Superfoil. The whole point of Superfoil is that it's keeping your loft as hot as your house. So if you're not going to be using the loft, there's no point. You insulate on the ceiling level. 90% of lofts are insulated that way, and that blocks the heat off at the ceiling level. Keeps the loft cold and keeps the heat in your house. And that's what this lady should have been, that's what should have been suggested. But they didn't suggest that. They suggested Superfoil, and they tried to charge her, wait for it, £8,000. This is a 60 square metre loft, okay? That's more than £100 a square metre. She mentioned that she doesn't have that money. She said to the surveyor that she had some health issues, and this rep said, oh, if you've got health issues I can apply a discount. Brought it down to £5,500. Now obviously she thinks she's getting a steal, down from 8,000 to 5,500. This is a scam that's been going on for about 10 to 15 years now. I've seen it firsthand, and unfortunately it's usually your elderly and your vulnerable that sort of get caught up in it. But so £8,500 down to £5,500 for a material that she doesn't need, essentially is what the sales rep was trying to con her out of. She fell for it. She paid a deposit, and obviously that night she felt like something had gone wrong, you know. So she got in touch with us at Loft Fix and explained the situation. We told her to get in touch with the company, say she'd been missold the insulation, and that if they tried to push or objection handle any more that they have done, she'll be calling trading standards. As soon as she said that, they sent the deposit back, because these guys are very, very scared of trading standards with what they're doing. They know what they're doing's wrong. If trading standards get onto them, they can lose everything. So they run away, tail between their legs. And we've come here today to do the right job, taking out the old 50-year-old insulation, laying down 300mm of mineral wool, giving it a bit of an antifungal spray, and 5 square metres of boarding at no cost, and that's come out at £2,500. So she was going to pay 8, it was discounted to 5.5, we've come and done it for 2.5, so that's a bargain. It'll be done right. Happy customer, alright. This is what's going in there. Always make sure when they sell you insulation that you check they're giving you the right width, because the 200s cost a little bit more than the 170s.